Take a trip with me as we stroll down memory lane. Jump in this time machine as we travel back to the year 1980, a time when collecting was more simple. There was no internet, there was no eBay, but there was still a group of passionate collectors who chased after these wonderful cardboard treasures. Some things are the same today as they were then, and some are very, very different. The year was 1980. There was no internet, there was no eBay. There were no cell phones that people carried around and used to do their shopping. There were no third-party grading companies, and every card was raw. To see cards you had never seen before, you had to have the good fortune of finding them at a yard sale, the local flea market, or if you were really lucky, one of your neighbors who knew you collected cards would give you an old shoebox or a cigar box that had been collecting dust in their attic. Many times they had rubber bands wrapped around them, separated by teams or sorted in numerical order. For those cold spells when nothing new could be found, there were bi-weekly collector magazines like the Trader Speaks and the Sports Collector's Digest. Collectors would anxiously wait for the new issue to be delivered to their house, would then scan the display ads and comb through the classified ads in the back trying to find cards on their want list to add to their collection. When they found an item they could not live without, they addressed their envelope, wrote a handwritten note to the seller telling them the object of their desire, placed their cash, check, or money order inside, and sent it off. You then waited for the arrival of your new treasure. There were no big auction houses like REA, Heritage, Leland's, or Golden Auctions running monthly auctions. Though Golden Auctions had not yet been formed, you could still find ads in SCD with Ken Golden selling his cards. There was also a fairly new phenomenon called card shows, or what they were more commonly called then, card conventions. The Philly show at Willow Grove was having their 9th show. Players like Mickey Mantle were starting to attend as autograph guests, and I remember Mantle charging the ghastly sum of $10 an autograph. There was also a new super convention holding its first ever gathering. It was called the National Sports Collectors Convention. It was held in Los Angeles. Dealer tables were $50, $40 if you stayed at the hotel. One of the things that was different then is there were more big finds. Imagine attending a show and having uncut 1952 Topps sheets walk into the show. Cards had value in 1980, but not like today. This lucky lady had just purchased a 1954 Topps Ted Williams, a Hank Aaron rookie, and a Roberto Clemente rookie for the crazy sum of $175. Just like today, you had a group of people who were only interested in adding to their collection, but there were also the flippers, the investors, the prospectors, and the resellers, all who played an important part in growing the hobby then as well as growing the hobby today. And speaking of value, a 1948 Bowman basketball set was valued at $75, with most cards priced at $1. The exceptions were Red Holzman at $2 and George Mikan at $4. The 1957 Topps basketball set was worth $100, with Bill Russell selling for an amazing $8. The 1961 Fleer basketball set was worth $50, with Wilt Chamberlain rookies selling for around $2. Here's an ad in a 1980 Sports Collector's Digest where a young man was selling his collection of 1952 Topps, including Mickey Mantle, along with cards like Gowdy, Babe Ruth, and many other treasures to help pay for college. Today you are more likely to see people selling cards to avoid going to college than you are seeing someone sell cards to pay for college. And the modern cards of the day in 1980? Well, packs cost 25 cents. They actually came wrapped in wax wrappers, hence the name wax boxes. And oh yeah, they came with a stick of gum that would have the flavor disappear in about 5 seconds. Though more than 40 years have passed since those more simple times, I still remember the combination smell of the wax wrapper and the gum, and can still almost taste the slab of pink gum. And that's the way it was for collectors in 1980. Are things better today than in 1980? I don't know. There are many differences, but also some things that haven't changed much. One thing I think we can be sure of, that things will look much different 40 years from now than they do today.